Hey guys, it's Amanda, also known as Amateur Aries. Let me first apologize for how messy I look right now. I am super tired, which will all be explained during this video, okay? So, let me begin with the title. I don't hate the Humane Society on some terms. I highly dislike them. I like how they take in cats and dogs that have been found on the streets and taken out of abusive scenarios and all of that. That is great. I'm perfectly 100% supportive of that. So now that that is done, let's put that to the side. Now, my mother, let's give you a little back history. My mother used to work as a vet tech. She stopped working for whatever reason. I was really young when that happened. It wasn't because of anything bad. I think she just didn't want to work anymore because my mom has some severe antisocial skills or social issues. And so later on in life, when we really need the money again in the family, she started working for the Humane Society. So this isn't information that I'm just spilling out to you because I had one bad experience. This is information from the inside, from someone working there and seeing things happen. Now, this does not account for every Humane Society, so put that down as well. These are the experiences are from two different states. So let's put a mark on that. Now, first one is in Florida, where I used to live. I'm not going to say exactly where I used to live, but I'm pretty sure if you find any information on me, you could probably find where I used to live. And again, I'm sorry for that. My mother used to work at the Humane Society. And while she was working there was a lot of overpopulation of the animals because, you find them on the streets, people abandon them, they get called and get animals taken away from them, and they have to go somewhere. Sometimes there are other rescue places, like there's a guy called the cat guy or crazy cat guy in that area who also takes in cats. He had like 100 and some cats, but he kept them in a house and he fed them regularly. He took him to the vets. He had the money to do it because he got it from donations and everything, so he was very popular and he took very good care of them. Very sweet guy. Very sweet guy. So during the overpopulation at the Humane Society, there was often breaks of sickness. They didn't do very well at cleaning up their stations and everything, so other cats and other dogs would get sick. And every time they would get sick, instead of taking them to the vet, they had their own vet support there. The vet support wasn't that great, obviously, because the animals still got sick or gave it to other animals. They weren't good at quarantine. So a lot of times, this is very sad, guys. This is very, very sad. A lot of times, instead of just fixing the problem, which is cleaning all the surfaces, everything, stuff I was taught, high-tech cleaning I was taught in biology, and I was taught the same stuff when I was cleaning condos because we had outbreaks of viruses there. You get taught this stuff normally, mandatorily, for this type of stuff, how to clean, and they weren't cleaning the stuff right. Instead, they killed the animals. They put them down because of their sickness and because of overpopulation. Some of them weren't even sick. They had too many of those animals, and those particular animals were not sought out by anyone or had been there for too long, so they put them down. And I know that sounds awful, and it is very awful. Very, very awful. That's one of the reasons why I hate the Humane Society. That's the one reason why I actually encourage people to adopt from the Humane Society, so then the animals can be taken out of that situation. Even if they're sick, adopt a cat that is sick. If you have the money to take them to the vet, adopt the animal so they can get out of that situation and be properly cared for and then have a life to live, which is what happens. My mother ended up adopting a cat that was severely sick. She's a silver Burmese cat. Her name is Mystic, and she's the most vocal and loving cat in the world. She was so sick that her eyes were almost sealed shut the first week that we had her. My mom took care of her because she knew how to. She used to be a vet tech. She didn't even really have to take her to the vet. She just knew what to do to take care of the animal. And she got better within like a week. We kept her quarantined in like a big dog cage, so she was able to walk around after she was capable of walking around. And now she's as old as one of our other cats, who I think is like 10. I can't remember. But she looks more youthful than he is. And he was one of the cats that we had adopted from a breeder because we wanted a Siamese cat, a full Siamese cat. It's a thing in our family. So she actually looks a lot healthier than he does. And she's still living it up. she just got it. Anyways, so my mom ended up quitting from there, not because she just didn't need the money. She quit from there because she was disgusted with the place. She was completely and utterly disgusted with it. Now, I live up in Georgia now, and 2 days ago from when I'm now doing this video, yeah, it was on Tuesday it was on Monday when I got home. I went to the Petco with my mom and my husband, Zach, not intending to adopt any animals. Promise. We went there for picking up a specialized cat food for two of my mom's cats. And Zach saw the kittens, and he's the type of person who wanted to go into the business of pulling animals out of abusive situations and taking them somewhere safe. And he wanted to go into that, but he also has a really big heart. So the reason why he didn't is because he knew he would start adopting all the animals. And we don't have a house for that. So he saw this really tiny kitten at the Petco. I mean, he's still tiny. Okay, so he's really tiny. He's a white-gray domestic short hair, and I'll be showing you a video of him after this video because I'm not there right now, obviously. He has like green-brown eyes, and he is the sweetest cat I've ever seen. The moment we walked up, he started meowing, got up from where he was laying, and rubbed himself all over the cage doors and everything like that. And I came over because Zach wanted me to come see him. He had eye burgers coming out of his eyes, like green ones, green eye burgers. He had scabs on his head. He had scabs all over. He had missing hair on his tail. It was terrible. I had never seen a kitten, which okay, so he's not 4 months old. He's a week shy of 4 months old. So he's 3 months old right now, technically. So three months and 3 weeks or something along those lines. And he's smaller than what Barbosa was. And we found Barbosa on the streets next to, actually I'm passing right now, next to the train tracks. And he was 4 weeks old. And this cat is about that size. Should be a little bit bigger. Now, what else I noticed is, I was like, I gotta see this cat. This cat was taken there by the Humane Society so it could be adopted through the Humane Society from Petco. So Zach ended up begging to my mom to get the cat. Why? Is because we live in their house and everything. We have to ask their permission. Understandable. She ended up saying yes. I sent them off to Ross while I wait for the person to come, because they have to come from the Humane Society or from wherever, so I could sign the papers and pay for the cat. The first thing she tells me, she was a volunteer. She was 19. She wasn't getting paid for what she was doing. Every question I asked her, she had to open the file back up and then search the papers, which is only 2 papers, and she searched for at least 10 minutes on each paper, and it was like, which shows to me that you're not prepared. You don't know about the animals that you're volunteering for. You also don't know how to read the papers, in my opinion. And if you're saying constantly when you're trying to make a sale or get a cat adopted, you sound very unprofessional to me. I didn't let that bother me because she was volunteering for free, so I'm not gonna let that bother me. What bothers me is you should also know a little bit about the animal. She admits to me right away, right? She's like, oh, this cat, people were confused before he got neutered. They weren't sure if he was a male or a female. Like, what? On cats, it's very easy to tell if they're male or female. It's very easy. It's not like a rabbit where some species of rabbits have cotton ball like jigglypuffs near their butts, but they're actually females. It's just that type of breed looks like they have they have balls. So But cats are very easy to distinguish. So it's like, when she told me that, I'm like, you couldn't tell if he was female or male? So on the paper, actually, after I purchased them, you can see where they scratched out female and put male instead. No, actually, I still think it says female on it. And it's explaining another cat, which is not him. And it's just like, did you guys give me the wrong paper? Well, either way. So I take him home about 4 hours after letting 3 cats play with him, because we have a house full of cats, but I own one of the cats. After letting 3 of the cats play with him and my half-wolf dog, we learned that he has worms. There's a couple of different types of worms that cats and dogs can get. We thought it was a roundworm because he has scabs all over the place, and roundworms can cause scabs. How we found out he had worms is we saw one crawl out of his butt, so we took it and we killed it. And we told my mom, who again who used to be a vet tech, so she was able to. We didn't tell her what it looked like. She just said, "Oh, it might be worms. Take him to the vet the next day." Now, if you know me, you know I'm schizophrenic. I get very worried and anxious and paranoid quickly. So I got panicky for the rest of the night. I couldn't sleep. We kept in quarantine. We have this big puppy cage, not cage, but puppy round thing that puppies can run in. That doesn't have a top. You can put a top on, and it's not plastic or anything. It's like made of fabric, so it folds over very easily. Well, we put him in that. We kept Barbosa in the room because he has to stay in the room with us because he's a troublemaker. He likes to jump on things and push things over in the house. So you had to keep him in the room anyways. We took all the other animals out. Luckily, the type of worm that he has is a tapeworm, and it's only contagious if there's fleas around, which he doesn't have fleas. Luckily, they treated him for that. So he has tapeworms. And I took him at 7:30 in the morning to the vet. I asked about the scabs, and I stayed an extra 40 minutes to wait for the doctor to get there to look at the scabs, and we learned that his scabs are ringworms. It's a highly, highly, highly contagious fungi. Extremely contagious. Basically, one touch and you could possibly get it in 1 second, basically, but you won't be seeing it for a couple of days. Now, we've all been touching this cat, letting it play with all the other animals. No, it's not the cat's fault. It's a kitten, for crying out loud. It's terrible how bad he looked when I first looked at him, but how lively he was. I asked about the sickness, by the way, the eye burgers, and the woman said to me, "Oh, he was sick a couple of days ago, but we took care of that, and this is just the remnants. He still has those eye burgers, and it's been 2 days." We got him dewormed. We got the things we need to treat it afterwards. We got a antifungal, antibacterial shampoo. He said that it could also be a bacterial infection, but it looks more like a ringworm. So we're shampooing him twice a week, along with Barbosa, because Barbosa has to be in the room with us. So he's going to contract it if we don't take care of him too. So we're shampooing him at the same time, so it kind of prevents him from getting it. And now we have to constantly be washing our hands and face and any other body parts. We have to constantly be washing our clothes, sheets, and vacuuming until 4 weeks is up. Just in case it doesn't work, we have to take him back and get him something orally to take. So that is a lot of work that this Humane Society probably knew about. It has to know about, because they have to take it to the vet to see what's wrong with it. And they're supposed to be taking care of all these problems before adopting them out. They're supposed to be. It's part of their contract. Matter of fact, I got a number on the folder saying, if anything's wrong and you need the rest of the shots, you come here to take care of the shots for free because it's part of the payment plan. I'm not going to them. There's no way I'm going to them after I got this cat after all these problems. I'm not mad at the cat at all. That's the purpose why I bought him. I knew he was sick. I knew there was something wrong with him, and I wasn't going to let the Humane Society kill him off because he didn't want to deal with it. And I didn't want someone else adopting him, seeing there was problems, and then sending him back to that place for nothing to be happening, because that happens a lot. So I took the cat home, and I'm fine with taking care of it. I just wish I knew about these things before letting all those other animals into that room and play with that cat. Because now, if those animals get sick, I will have to be responsible and take them to the vet. Luckily, my vet is awesome. They're actually fairly cheap. My vet back in Florida, taking them in just to be seen, not even given anything, is like $90. That's a lot of money. My cat was seen, given dewormer, was given Revolution, was checked for scabs, was given a highly good shampoo, all for $60. $60. That's a great vet. I swear to those people. I tell everyone about those people. So, that is why I don't like the Humane Society. They kill animals when they're overpopulated or sick. They send animals out without fully taking care of them. And then play dumb when you have them. I asked them a whole bunch of questions. I asked him if he was sick. I asked about the scabs when I was there. And she's like, oh, I don't know. Maybe he was just playing around with the other animals and stuff like that. I was like, excuse me? I kind of believed it. I thought, well, maybe it's just dermatitis. Because it wasn't like scabs. It was like kind of dandruffy, like chunky. I thought maybe it's just dermatitis because cats can get dermatitis. Ma'am, if you hit my car, you're gonna have a problem. So, that is why I hate the Humane Society. And that's why I look as messy as I do today. It was 2 days ago, and last night was the first night. Last night I was actually able to go to sleep, but I needed to take like a sleep medication to knock myself out because I was just so stressed. When I have having schizophrenia, if something goes off or something goes wrong, or even if it's like the tiniest little thing, all the bad things that could happen start circulating in your head to the point where you can't concentrate or anything like that. So, I just had that all night. I only got like an hour of sleep the night prior to this one. So I finally got sleep. I hardly ate. I'm just like, I hardly even have any money because I had to take him to the vet after that. So it's just like, the Humane Society, I tell you, go to the Humane Society. Always purchase from the Humane Society. If you can, purchase a cat that is a little sickly and take him to the vet and get him treated, because those animals do not deserve to be bought, put back into that scenario. You get killed because they don't want to take care of them or properly clean their stations. That's not the cat's fault. That's not the dog's fault. That's not the rabbit's fault. That's not any of those animals' faults. It's not their fault that you put them in this world, allow them to breed, and then just push them back. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry for my frustration. I hope you guys have a good day. This is not the end of it. I will be showing you a video of my kitty. His name, by the way, is Anubis. We couldn't decide between Boulder, the Norse god, or Anubis, and then my mom and dad was like, you should pick Anubis. So his name is Anubis, and he is still the most loving and highly happy cat. So I'll be showing a video of that afterwards. So for now, I hope you guys like this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And please, 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 just adopt from there. That's all I'm saying. So this is Anubis. He's the one we just got on Tuesday. Hi, baby. Hi. See, he's just the most loving kitty in the world. He already has eye burgers, and I just wiped out his eye burgers earlier today. I know, I did. See how tiny. Okay, I know it's probably not very easy to tell how tiny he is, but he's actually super tiny for a 3-month-old compared to his brother, who is 7 months. Who was 4 weeks when we found him. So, yes, that's Barbosa. We found him by a train track. And this is Anubis. So he's the one that has all the scabs all over. You can't really tell because of his dark fur. And he has white patches of fur, so it's hard to also tell. He does have ringworms, and yes, I know you're not supposed to have other cats in the same room. But I can't have Barbosa running around because Barbosa gets into so much trouble. He has to kind of stay in the room, so I have to shampoo him also when we shampoo him. So it's a lot of work. Right. Barbosa. Yes. So now you guys see the cute little baby that we had to adopt because he looked so sickly when we saw him. We wanted to take care of him. And the Humane Society didn't know shit. So yeah, I know. I know. I know. Alright. Thank you for watching.